All right, you guys, real quick, I'm going to show you guys the new updated system with our newest added tool, the Wicked Entry, and show you how you can utilize 4 of our top tools in the perfect entry trading system for multiple confirmations. We're going to call this the 4-piece and the biscuit strategy. But first, I wanted to go over last week. There was a major moves in the market last week, and we're going to show you how you could have taken full advantage of the market with these extra confirmations. So I'm going to briefly pull up the tools one by one so you can see how each individual tool stands alone on its own. It gives its own entry, its own take profit 1, 2, and 3, and its own stop loss. Each of the tools stand alone, but when you add them all together, it is going to, one is going to give you a direction of the trend that you can confirm. So if you're looking for a trade inside of the market, it is great to have a tool that is going to at least tell you what trend you're in, whether it's an uptrend or a downtrend. Let's pull up the entry optimizer first. The entry optimizer is basically going to give you the trend direction. Notice we have a green background for when it's in an uptrend and a red background when it's going in a downtrend. So if you're looking for a trade and if you want to confirm the trade, all you have to do is pull up the entry optimizer. If it is in the green area, you can look for buys. If it's in the red, you can look for sales, right? Now, notice the actual tool itself. This was, I believe, Sunday going into Monday. This entire ride was for mainly all of last week. I believe it stopped maybe late Thursday into Friday, and it started to consolidate. But notice the entry optimizer gave you the buy at the beginning of the trend. This one signal was for 450 pips. It's 450 pips from the entry optimizer, right? Now, let's pull up the next tool. The next 2 tools is basically based off of zones. We have a session key. Notice the session key continuously gave you buys as the market was going up. And these are very clean buys. All of them going straight into profit. Notice that went straight into profit, 100 pips. That went straight into profit for about 80 pips. That went straight into profit for another 80 pips. That went straight into profit for another 100 pips, and then it pulled back, right? So if you added the session key tool, let's pull up the golden key tool. That is very similar to the session key tool, but it's a smaller zone. Notice these 4 buys gave you an even earlier entry than the session key tool did, and that's 4 more buys to the upside. So that's a total of 9 buys if you was to combine the session key tool. Notice the buy is purple. The golden key tool buy is blue, right? So you have 2 buys each session or each day all the way up. Then you had the entry optimizer that gave you the buy at the very beginning of the trend, right? Now, we're going to add the newest tool, which is the Wicked Entry tool. Let's pull it up by itself. Notice all of these buys. Now, once the candle closes, the tool does not repaint. This is not none of these tools repaint. So if it tells you to sell, it is going to tell you to sell, right? If it goes against it, then of course it is going to hit the stop loss. But notice these buys. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buys. And all 9 of them went for profit. The latest buy gave you 300 pips, or about 290 pips. The latest buy, right? So if you was to add all of these tools, now if you took these tools one by one and just used one of the tools, you would have caught majority of this trade, right? Just based off of one individual tool. But if you were using all of the tools, you could have smoked the market with all of these buys. It is 18 buys. You're catching the buy from the Wicked Entry early. The entry optimizer gave you the buy to confirm the trend. And then from there, you had the buys from the session key and the golden key. You had four more buys here from the wicked entry, 2 more buys from the golden key and the session key, 2 more buys here from the wicked entry, 2 more buys here from the session key and the golden key, and the last 2 buys from the session key and the golden key on Thursday. This is 18 buys. This entire move was 500 pips. You could have caught well over 2,000 pips on Euro AUD alone last week, utilizing this tool confirmation kit. Now, let's just skim through the market so you can see the tool, the entry optimizer by itself, just by itself. The entry optimizer by itself is going to give you the trend. Notice the buy, right? Came in a little bit of drawdown, but you got the buy, you got your sell, you got your buy, you got your sell. Notice these trends. Huge buys. The entry optimizer by itself can stand alone. If you add the additional tools on top of it, you have multiple entries. Let's add the wicked entry. You have a sell here. This sell from the wicked entry was short-lived, but you got the buy right back in from the wicked entry, and then you got the confirmation for the buy on the entry optimizer. Notice you have a sell here. You have a buy. The buy is currently in a little bit of drawdown, right? But notice these trades. Look at this buy from the wicked entry, then the buy to confirm from the entry optimizer. Then you have another buy from the wicked entry, another buy from the wicked entry. Let's put all of the tools on. I know it might be a lot, but once you understand the system, it is going to work tremendously for you. This is Euro USD. Let's just skim back. Notice these sales. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sales. These 2 at the bottom were short-lived, right? But notice you're in seller's territory. You could have held it, right? Got 2 more, 3 more sales, and then it went down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sales for this move to the downside. Notice the buys. 2 buys came in, 3 buys at the bottom, 2 more buys here. You have some sales coming in at the top, right? But you're in green. If you're in the green, this is why the entry optimizer is going to make it easier for you. If you are in green or buyer's territory, you should not be trying to take sales. Now, you can if you want to, like this sale was at the top of the market and then eventually it started to pull back. But if you're in the green or in buyer's territory, you should not look for sale opportunities. You should only look for buy opportunities. And we have 4 tools that's going to potentially give you buy setups. Notice you had 3 here, you had 2 more there, and then it rolled to the top, right? Let's just skim through. We're going to skim through. That way you see it works for all of the pairs, including your metals, including your indices. Look at these trends. Look at these huge. Whew. Imagine catching this. You're in buyer's territory. What should you be looking for? Should you take this sale? Of course not. Look how many sales came in the market. None, other than this one sale. This is all buys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 buys all the way up. 25 buys. It only gave you 2 sales, 1 here and 1 all the way down here. So it takes out the noise. When you're in buyer's territory, wait for the buy signals, regardless if it's from the wicked entry. The entry optimizer already gave you the buy from the very bottom, way down here. So you wait for another buy from the wicked entry, the golden key tool, and or the session key tool, and take the trade. That's Euro CAD. Let's keep going. Euro NZD. But I'm not going to hold y'all long. I just want y'all to see that this tool works. This 4-piece in the biscuit strategy works like clockwork. Look at these sales. Sales came in. 1, 2, 3, 4 sales came in. This buy came in, right? Now, if the buy comes in and you notice you're in seller's territory, should you be taking the buy? No. Why take the buy if it's riskier, if it's a riskier trade? You are in seller's territory. All you have to do is wait for the sale. Regardless of what tool it is, just wait for the sale. Notice here, the buys came in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buys. You had 2 sales that came in. In this case, if you had to take these sales, you could have caught about 20 to 30 pips, right? Just here, 2 more sales in a green background is at the top. you could have caught another 20 to 30 pips. You don't necessarily have to cancel out all of your sales, right? If you're in bias territory, it's just a smarter thing to do is to trade with the trend. So if you're in a bias territory, all you have to do is wait for the buys. Let's keep going. Euro JPY. Huge move to the upside. We're in buyer's territory. Look at all the buyers that came in. Lord have mercy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 buys to the upside. Look at these sales. One sale here, another sale there. This sale is short-lived, right? But if you're already in the sale from the top, if you lost on these two sales, it's cool. You got it back on the buys. Look at this huge buy. Beautiful. Lord have mercy. Beautiful buy. Entry optimizer gave you the buy at the very beginning. The wicked entry gave you buys even before then. Look at this buy from the wicked entry at the very bottom. Then you had another buy from the golden key, a buy from the session key, and a buy from the entry optimizer, all in the same day. These all buys came in at the same 24-hour period, and then it took off for the rest of the week, maybe even 2 weeks. 4, 5, 6. Should you take this sale? Of course not. We're in bias territory. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 buys. These two buys, you would have lost, right? But who cares? Look at all of these buys that you're in profit on. And you could have been holding these trades. And the way to know when to get out of the trade is when the trend changes direction, right? Do you want to get out when it pulls back here and you got your stop loss too close and then it continues to go upward? Or do you want to wait till the trend tells you when it's going back into a downtrend? You could have been holding all of these 20 to 25 trades all the way up into profit until the entry optimizer tells you to sell. And now you can close all of your trades at the same time. How easy is that? Notice this is Euro AUD. Look at this huge buy. Lord have mercy. I think we started with Euro AUD. Let's go to Euro GBP. Look at this huge sale. Look at this huge sale. 1 sale, 2 sales, 3, 4 sales, 5, 6 sales. 6. The latest one was for 60 pips. You have 6 of them. Look at these trends. Look at these trends. Look how beautiful the trends are. Now it's going up and down, up and down. You don't have to second guess or get caught in the trap. If you know you're in bias territory, just wait for the buys. Here's 2 there. Here's a pullback. Here's 3 more. Here's a pullback. Here's 3 more. Here's a pullback. Here's 3 more. Here's a pullback. Here's 2 more. Wait for the trade to present itself, and the tools is going to give you your entry, your take profit 1, 2, and 3, and your stop loss. I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer. Let's go to a metal. Let's go to gold. Let's go to gold. Now with gold, I'll have to change the entry optimizer just a little bit as far as the settings, but notice, let's pull off the entry optimizer. Let's zoom in a little bit. Gold's been going sideways. Now notice you have previous day. Look at this buy. You have the sale, beautiful sale. Two sales from the golden key and the session key. Let's add a 0 to these real quick because it's being counted as points instead of pips. Let's add a 0 there. And we're going to add a 0 here. Whoops. That way it makes more sense. All right. Now, notice, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock. Session key is already giving us a sale. Live. Already giving us a sale. Right? Session key is already giving us a sale. This is live. It's currently in the market. It's 8:17. It's already giving us a sale. Where are we? We're in seller's territory. Entry optimizer says we're in seller's territory. Right? We're in seller's territory. Session key is giving us a sale. So should we take the sale? Of course. This buy right here. It's a buy. It was in seller's territory. Should we take this buy? It's more riskier. You can if you want to. I would not suggest it though. Should you take this sale here? Of course you could, because it's in seller's territory. You would have took this sale and you would have caught 80 pips. Here, you're in buyer's territory. You take the sell. Why? You're in buyer's territory. Why should you take the sell? You should wait for the buy. Here's a buy that went for 100 pips. It's in buyer's territory. This is gold. Notice, let's pull up the wicked entry real quick. Let's pull up the wicked entry real quick. Let's take off the other tools so you can see the wicked entry at work. Look at this beautiful sell. Even this buy didn't necessarily hit your stop loss. It gave you a little bit. That's about 80 pips to the upside. This sell was a huge sell. This buy didn't give you much. You could have got 20 pips out of it right there, though. If you had held it, understanding market conditions, you would have got a little bit more from the upside. Notice where the stop loss is. It took us out right there. Took us out. It's cool. It doesn't give you 100 pip every single time, right? Now, with the golden key, the session key, the entry optimizer, let's go to US 30 real quick. US 30. So now with the sell with US 30, you missed out on the sell, but you caught the buy. That was a beautiful buy from US 30. That was a beautiful buy. Notice it was nothing but a continuation. So if you caught this buy on US 30, and then you caught this sell, even if the sell did hit your stop loss, you're up 350 pips from the first trade. You might have lost on the second trade, but you caught another 300 pips on the upside. Notice here, you have a sell. This sell never hit your stop loss. You could have put the buy in. Your buy would have hit your stop loss. You would have caught about 500 pips to the downside. It's 500 pips to the downside. Now notice, if I add the entry optimizer, the entry optimizer is giving you 1 buy, 2 buys, 3 buys. Should you take this sell? Of course not. You're in buyer's territory. This is US 30. It's making it easier for any asset, whether it's a Forex pair, an indice, or a metal. This 4-piece is going to make it easier for you. Now, is it 100%? Nothing in life is 100%. Notice here, it was a brief buy, came to the top, but then you got your sell. You got your sell. You got your buys from the wicked entry. Should you take the buys? Of course not. You're in seller's territory. Let's pull off the wicked entry. The golden key tool is giving you sales. Sales, here's a buy. Should you take the buy? Of course not. You're in seller's territory. Take the sell. Take the sell. Take the sell. Right? It makes it easy. Here's a buy. Should you take the buy? Of course you should. You're in buyer's territory. Take the buy. Makes it easy. Here, you're in buyer's territory in this candle. Give you a buy here, and a buy here. This is US 30 we're talking about, folks. This is US 30 we're talking about. That's 400 pips to the upside. This is US 30. The 4-piece can work for any pair, any Forex pair. Notice everything is about to be on the hit list. So when you get access to all of these tools, not only does the tool give you a better view of the market, but all of these tools is automated. It's sending alerts to our Signals channel. So even if you don't necessarily want to sit and watch the market and scan all of the charts like I do, trying to find your way into the market, our Signals channel is getting all of the alerts. We revamped the channel. We're revamping it. I'm going to finish it up tonight. It's going to give you all of the alerts. So if the session key tool gives you an alert to buy, it's going to send you the entry, the take profit 1, 2, and 3, and the stop loss. The session key is going to give you the entry, the take profit 1, 2, and 3, and the stop loss. The golden key, when it gives you a trade on the golden key, it is going to give you the entry, the take profit 1, 2, and 3, and the stop loss. Same thing for the entry optimizer. If the entry optimizer gives us a buy, it is going to send a signal for the entry, the take profit 1, 2, and 3, and the stop loss. All of these trades is going to be sent into the signal channel. The wicked entry, if it gives you a trade for a buy, it's going to give you the entry, the take profit 1, 2, and 3, and the stop loss. So with the signal channel, being that all of the alerts are automated, as soon as it sends off a signal on our trading view, you are going to get the signal in the Telegram, and then you can follow the signal by copying and pasting, or you can at least follow the signal by pulling up the tools yourself and finding a way to get into the market how you see fit. And from this point forward, we're going to be sending all of the alerts on all of the pairs. So Euro USD, you're going to see a signal from the session key, the golden key, the entry optimizer, and the wicked entry all on each pair. You're going to get 4 different sets of signals on every single pair. Now, before, we had most of these pairs on strictly the golden key and the session key, and we was surpassing 5,000 or more pips every single week. Now that we're adding the entry optimizer and the wicked entry, we most likely are going to surpass 10,000 pips a week. And it sounds crazy, right? But if you just measure out these trades, if we're sending out US 30 trades, NAS trades, S&P 500 trades, Russell 2000 trades, silver, gold, platinum trades, rest assured, we can send you a 10,000. That's 600 pips just off of this one trade. That's another 400 pips from this trade. Like silver, let's pull up silver real quick. This sell on silver right here is 500 pips. And it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. 5, 6 hours, right? So when we say we're going to surpass 10,000 pips, it's no exaggeration. 10,000 pips is going to be the minimum for each week. So if you don't have access to these tools, get in contact with me so we can get you inside of our group, get you inside of the Telegram chat. That way you can utilize probably the most powerful package, a toolkit that you can get your hands on TradingView. There's a lot of other tools out there on TradingView. I'm not taking away from any tool. I'm not saying that we have the best. All I'm saying is if you utilize this package the right way, there is no way that you can lose by the end of the week. So if you want access, get in contact with me. Let's get you plugged in. Let's get you set up. I'm going to give you our 5-minute strategies the way you can utilize the 1-hour chart on the standard, but you can also utilize some of these tools on a lower time frame. Let's go real quick. A lower time frame. Let's pull up the golden key because that was originally made for gold. Let's go to the 5-minute real quick. I'm going to show you something real quick. Let's take off the wicked entry. Five-minute chart. Here's a perfect example. Here, you have a sale from the 5-minute chart, right? Now, this is the 5 minutes. So in an hour, you probably wouldn't have got this sale. Notice you get the buy, and then it came back to retest. As long as you're above the golden key, you want to look for buys. On the short term, anyway, if you're trading on a 5-minute, just a sneak peek of our 5-minute strategy. We'll go more in depth once you get inside. But mainly, when it's above the golden key, you look for buys. Where do you want to buy? Once it breaks above, you wait for it to pull back to the zone. Once it pulls to the zone, if it does not go below the zone, then you know you're still good for the buy. You take this buy straight on up. That's an easy 100 pips off of the 5-minute chart. Notice here, it broke through the sell. Now you're below the golden key. If you're below the golden key, you're now looking for sales. Where do you want to sell? When it comes back to the zone. It came back to the zone, that is an easy 30 pips right there. Easy, 40, 50 pips. Because it came back to the zone. Notice it came back to the zone here again. Back to the zone, this zone here. Even though it broke above this zone, it came back and stopped at the previous zone. It came all the way back down. Broke below the zone, came back to the zone. There's your sell. It's 5-minute strategy. 5-minute strategy. So if you want access, just get in contact with me so we can get you plugged in and we can get you on to destroying the markets with our 4-piece and the biscuit strategy. I'll see y'all in the next video.